All right, everybody. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Annie and I are just having kind of like we're not even hungover, but we're having a hangover ha-has kind of day. Like,
Truly.
you know what? Yours is from the traffic.
I got so slap happy at work today.
Yeah.
I was producing this presentation. We had a woman fly in and give this awesome talk. And then I was just doing like data entry spreadsheet bullshit. And I think I'm just so slap happy that I'm like, I can't wait to talk to someone. And talk about stuff that I like. This is so fun.
Let me just tell you, so day in my life. Let me give you like a little rundown of what
I would love that.
of what I've been up to since school ended, because it's just been such a joke. So I wake up every morning around 7.
Gorgeous.
And I get ready and I go to summer school. I do my little job at summer school. I get to leave at noon. So summer school is from, I have to be there 8 to noon.
Right.
So at noon, I get in my car, and on a typical day, I will drive straight home and stop absolutely nowhere, go home. I will make myself not 1, but 2 packs of ramen noodles. And I will sleep. And I will sleep for at least an hour and a half. Almost every day I do this.
Are you sleeping outside or inside?
Inside, on the couch, watching Love Island with a little to no variation. And it's so amazing. I honestly, and it sounds like it's bad. I can see it in your face that it sounds like it's not a good thing, but it actually has been doing wonders for me.
Honestly, that makes me very happy.
It's really great.
Your body clearly is like, can we just chill out for a little bit?
Yes. I went to the beach last week. That was lovely.
I know. I need to hear about it. It was a 10 of a day, too.
It was 10 out of a 10. Like, so perfect.
Did you get there early?
Yep.
Oh,
so I drove
gorgeous.
down after we recorded the pod on Thursday. I drove down to my friend Grace's house. She was at school, like she was in her Zoom class. So I was there, and while she was doing her schooling, and I ordered Chipotle. We got a little Chipotle takeout.
Stunning.
Then we just sat and chatted, and then went to bed, woke up early, ordered sandwiches. I got a chicken Caesar salad wrap, obviously.
Of course.
She got a Wicked Hot, which is like some sort of sub,
like a spicy chicken or something.
No, it was like I think it was ham or maybe
was
turkey.
she eating ham on the beach for?
No, I think it was turkey. I think it was a turkey sandwich.
Okay,
of some sort. Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. It feels not great for a beach.
No, I don't know.
Was there dairy involved?
No, maybe cheese. I don't know.
Okay,
well, I'm not sure.
Okay,
it was a sub, like a classic sub of some sort.
Sure.
I don't eat deli meat, which some people say is a red flag about me. I'm just picky, but.
Did you eat it as a kid?
No.
Okay, so I
was a strict PB&J girl.
Yeah, that tracks for you. That tracks.
Yeah.
I was a big time like turkey and cheese mayo, and I think I ate so much of it. I don't know the last time I had a deli meat sandwich.
I don't think I could ever do it.
Like now it freaks me out.
Yeah.
And I love it for other people.
The only time I will eat any sort of deli meat is if I was eating like a turkey club.
Yes.
Like wrap, if I was getting it from like a sandwich place.
I got a turkey club in Vegas, and I'm not kidding. I think it was 3D printed meat.
Ew.
It was so horrific.
3D.
Like, I don't know how you fuck up a turkey club.
No, you can't.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
And they sure did.
That's what I get when I'm
bites.
feeling like a place isn't safe. I'm like, you know what? I'll get a little turkey club.
But I love a turkey club.
Me too.
Like,
with a little avocado.
Oh my God. And if they do it right.
Yeah. When Andrew and I were on, damn it. When my husband and I were on Nantucket, he's boycotting us because I'm always mentioning his government name.
Oh my
on the
God.
pod.
Grow up.
I know. He's always texting me and Annie being like, I'm boycotting you guys.
Do you know he's on my fridge? I have to send you the picture.
Okay, what is he?
It's me and him on that magnet is on my fridge.
Oh my God, stop.
And Rob keeps turning it around.
I'm dying. Well, I have a picture of me, you, and I think our friend Pat on our fridge, a Polaroid from when we went to Narragansett.
I love that.
What was I saying? When we went to Nantucket, we went to this sandwich place called Provisions, and everybody says it's like the best place on the island. And I had a turkey club, and I got it with avocado, and it was lovely.
Out of this world.
So good. The bacon was like that thick applewood smoked. It was so good. Annie and I should not be talking about food because we were both starving. You can't see it, but we have a nice I'm eating onion rings, and Annie's eating a pizza that I got from the place downstairs from the podcast office. I was like, this, if anybody ever watched Frenemies back when Ethan and Trisha Paytas were recording together, this is what they used to do. They would like bring in pizzas and
I love
things
that.
like that.
What was the sandwich shop in Milton? Like Baker's? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It was in East Milton, and it had, I'm not kidding, the best sandwiches.
Really?
What
happened to it?
Baker Cookie Factory or something? I don't know. I'll have to look up the name.
Oh, wait. Why does that sound familiar now? Hold on.
But the sandwiches were so good. Like on focaccia or like good sourdough bread. And like you're saying, that like thick bacon, like just the perfect amount of mayo. Oh my, I think it was Baker's Cookie Factory.
Bent's Cookie Factory?
Bent's. There we go.
Bent's Cookie Factory.
I had a B in my head.
There you go. That's pretty good. I don't remember ever going there. What happened to it? It closed?
It's a smoothie place now. Devastating. But
tragic.
But there's really nothing like a good sandwich. And a good sandwich on the beach.
I know. So my chicken Caesar salad wrap was delightful. So we ordered those around 8:30. Got in the car, picked up the sandwiches, got some ice while we were there.
Amazing.
And then got to the beach. It was a little more, like, thankfully we got there before all the spots were taken because it's a fight to the death for parking spots.
A Saturday at Mayflower? I can't imagine.
No, it was a Friday, but still.
Oh, but still,
like, it's tough. It's hard out here.
It is.
And I don't have a resident sticker because my husband's car only has a seasonal sticker.
Sure.
But so my friend has a sticker. And so we went and we got there probably like 9:15. Probably like 9:15. And we sat down and I looked at her and I was like, I want to eat my sandwich right now.
You should. Did you?
And we waited until 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we each had half of our sandwich.
There's no time.
I know, you're right.
There's
honestly.
no time on the beach. There's no time in general. Time is a construct.
That's so true.
I was thinking about this the other day. Not to get on a little tangent.
No, please.
But I don't understand when we decided that food has time. What the fuck do you mean? You can only eat certain foods at certain times. That's not fair.
I agree.
Who made that up? I remember when I was working at the station and, you'd get up wicked early. So I'm eating lunch at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'd be heating up spaghetti and meatballs. And people are like, well, what are you doing eating that? I'm like, I've been up since 3:30, my guy. I'm eating it. And I'm going to eat it whenever I want.
As you should.
We used to have, I think it was Roach Brothers would come in around Thanksgiving and do a turkey dinner. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, pass the mashed potatoes.
Of course.
More.
I need all of it.
When I go on vacation with my family, we go down to Nauset Light Beach and we're like, 12-hour day beach people. Yeah. I got a peanut butter and jelly in me by 9:30.
Yeah,
Easy.
Have to.
Easy.
Have to.
And I'm going to have 4 more.
Be hungry on the beach.
I'm going to have 4 more. My brother always opened it up and would put Lay's potato chips inside the sandwich.
That sounds delightful.
For the crunch.
Love a good crunch. But you have to have chip, like with a PB&J like that, you have to have chips at the beach.
You must. Are you a Cape Cod chip gal?
Yeah, I like a Cape Cod chip. I love a goldfish or a Cheez-It.
Yeah, but
like something a bit more
my sandwich.
No, me neither. But as a snack at the beach, I need something a little substantive.
Yes.
Substantiated.
Yeah.
Something like that. One of those words.
Substantiative.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes. I feel like in my head, I'm always like, I'm going to cut up fruit and I'm going to eat fruit on the beach. And then I get there, I'm like, no, I'm not.
No. Nope.
Did you have some cold salsa waters?
Just ice cold waters and ice cold Cokes.
Oh,
nothing like my friend Grace and me and my friend Grace and her sister Amelia were all really good friends. And we there's just nothing like the dead of winter. I will text them and be like, all I'm picturing right now is sitting on Mayflower Beach with an ice cold Coke. Like there's nothing like it. When I rank like Cokes in my mind, it's Coke from McDonald's out of the fountain.
Of course.
That's number 1.
Of course.
Extra ice.
Of course.
So good.
Of course.
Number 2 is Coke, ice cold Coke on the beach. Number 3 is Coke in a glass bottle.
Oh my God.
And number 4 is any Coke after that.
The only thing I will say that other establishments have over McDonald's is the ice.
Yeah.
Like you go to Chick-fil-A, they have the sphere ice. That shit
slaps.
Goes.
I know.
Goes. What does it do?
It's such a shame that they're so homophobic there.
I know. It really
tragic.
Is so brutal.
I know.
And McDonald's is over here just delivering quality products time and time again.
I cannot wait until the McDonald's near my house opens back up. I've missed it so much.
What one is by you? The one on Southern Artery?
Yeah. It's been closed since March. I'll never forget. It was like my students came in one day. And this is a God's honest true story and like very humiliating for me. They come in one day and they're like, did you see? And I'm like, what? And they're like, the McDonald's near here is closed. And I was like, haha, good one. Like I thought they were messing with me. And they were like, no, we're being serious. The McDonald's is closed until July. And I was like, that's not funny.
Why would you say that?
And they were like,
you're like, principal.
They were like, we're being dead serious. Like it's closed for 4 months for renovations. And I was like, that's not funny. Like I know on a really bad day of school, I'll go home after school and I will get a McDonald's Coke, a large McDonald's Coke. And that's my treat after school. And I was like, that, and they knew that. So I was like, that's not funny that you would say that. You know that I'm probably going to go get a Coke after school today. And they were like, well, you're going to have to go to the one in North Quincy. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
And I was so upset.
That's devastating.
And then I drove by it and I was like, oh my God, they
Do we
weren't.
have 3 McDonald's?
I think just 2.
2 Burger Kings, 2 Wendy's.
2 Burger Kings, 2
Wendy's.
2 Wendy's. You're right.
And a Popeyes.
And a Popeyes.
The KFC Taco Bell was always my jam.
It was, but it's so dirty in there now. I don't go there anymore.
I know, but in high school,
if I'm going to go to Taco Bell, I'm going to go to the one in Norwell.
Really?
You know the one, like, Justin, you know the one I'm talking about? It's like Hanover Norwell line. That's a nice.
Oh, I know what you're talking
near
about.
Near the Marshalls.
In the fancy TJ Maxx.
Yes.
That has the off the runway.
Yes.
Yes.
That is an elite.
That's good shit.
Taco Bell.
That's good shit.
That's how you know it's clean there.
Yeah. Yeah, because those Norwell people, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do. They totally do.
Have you seen that Diet Coke is going to start putting aspartame as a carcinogen? Like they have to label it on cans?
I did see that.
Can we have one thing?
No, it's
just
like,
one thing.
Why does everything that is bad for you have to be so good?
But like we're going to die, you know?
Totally.
And I think that if I've drank a Four Loko in my life and
then I'm fine.
I'm literally fine.
And not these newfangled Four Locos.
No.
We were drinking the original Four Locos, and something tragic is we were drinking the original Four Locos, and I was mixing it with vodka because we didn't know any better.
It's my chaser.
Oh my
God.
God.
A little horse tranquilizer. Never hurt anybody.
I cannot believe.
But I'm like, you know what? If that didn't kill me, then little aspartame
is fine.
A little aspartame every now and again is cool.
Are you a Diet Coke girl?
You know,
you're not really a soda girl.
I'm not a soda girl. I always grew up with Diet ginger ale in my house.
Ooh.
My mom, I swear to God, would drink. There's nothing like Laurie Dow and her Diet gingers. It's unbelievable.
That's what my best friend Meg loves Diet ginger ale. That's funny.
On ice, shit. If you're a little hungover, oh my God. But we never really had soda in the house. Sprite was like our treat.
Yeah.
So when I go to the movies, I always get a Sprite and a popcorn. That's like my thing. But it's funny because so at my work, they really like do it up for lunch. We have chefs in the building. We have oh my God, I have to show you pictures.
Yeah.
It's insane. We had salmon today. Like honey glazed salmon.
Stop.
Swear to God. It's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Salad bar every single day.
Oh my God.
But so they have a soda machine. And the other day, a woman I work with got a Diet Coke, and I was like, fuck, that looks so good. And I got one, and it sure was.
That's nice. Sometimes you just need a nice little afternoon pick-me-up. That's why I like the McDonald's Coke.
But I have 2 coffees a day. Like, I don't need.
Do you?
Yeah, because we have a whole coffee machine at work. Cold brew on tap.
If I had cold brew on tap, I would be in a constant state of shakiness. I would not stop shaking.
See, I never liked cold brew before I started working here. It always made me nauseous. And now I think I'm just like so used to it.
Yeah.
And you can like put as much milk and shit in that you want.
I've been drinking iced tea a lot recently.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just I'm trying
in
to
Arizona, 99-cent can?
No, I wish.
Oh,
no.
Imagine how much sugar is in those.
No, I actually can't.
It has to be 67,000 grams of sugar.
It's gotta be.
But it's so good. Don't care.
No, at least. But anyways, back to the beach day from 20 minutes ago. This is what happens. Like, oh man, it's really something else. So we sat there all day. It was literally lovely. We said, why don't we plan on leaving at like 4:00?
Yeah.
Because the tide was coming in, and like when the tide comes in at this beach, like you have to keep moving up so that the tide stops coming closer to you. So then everybody's getting like all packed in. So anyways, then the tide finally started to go back out. It started to get less crowded. And we were like, you know what? Let's just stay for another hour. Like we were like, this is beautiful. I was 90% done with a book that I had started that morning. I was like, I want to finish this. And we just sat there till 5, and then we packed up, got in the car, and we went over to Sassuat Harbor, which is like have you ever been there?
At that cafe out
yeah, it's a little cafe. It's outside. So cute. It's BYOB. It's adorable.
Which love.
You have to get there a little early because there is always like a crazy line. We probably waited like 30, 35 minutes just to order, but honestly, not that bad.
No.
And then you just sit down at a little picnic table. We each got a lobster roll. I got mine hot buttered. She got hers with mayo. And then we split a half order of fried scallops.
Oh my God. They were so good.
So good.
I love that it's BYOB too.
It was just adorable. And then, so we did that. And then we literally went back to her house. We both took an outdoor shower, and then I hit the road.
That sounds like the best day ever.
It was literally perfect. Like her and I kept saying, and then yesterday my friend Grace and I went to Assembly for lunch, like just to get a little salad together, whatever. And I was like, we're just like really having a real summer of us.
You really are.
Which is funny because I've been saying that every summer. I have been saying that I'm having a summer of me every summer for probably at least the last 5, if not 6 summers.
Yeah.
I've been saying so I would say, all right, well, this is the last summer, before I get engaged, or this is the last summer before my student loans kick in, or this is the last summer before I get a real job, or this is the last summer before I get married, and all this
100%.
Now I just keep going. I'm like,
who cares?
Well, this might be the last summer. Like, who knows if we're going through IVF, who knows? Like, maybe this will be my last summer without a baby.
every day is a day about you.
It's so true.
And like, you just got to wake up every morning, turn your swag on, number one.
Hop above the bed and turn your swag on. I've always said that.
And just realize that it's your fucking day.
It is.
It's your day to conquer and do whatever the hell you want. You want to go get lunch with your girly girl?
Why not?
You go get lunch with your girly girl. You want to sit your ass down in Mayflower Beach for 10 hours?
Yeah.
You do that.
I want to lay on my couch, watch Love Island, and eat 2 packs of ramen noodles.
Then you do that,
then
baby.
I'm going to do it.
You do that.
Summer of me.
I'm here to support.
I work all year long for these.
No, you really do.
Right here.
No, you really do.
Like, this is it.
And you deserve it.
Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate
You do.
that. Thank you.
And I hope every day you wake up and you're like, I deserve to do whatever the hell I want today.
It's so true.
I cannot wait to be retired. I literally cannot wait.
No, watching
it's my dream.
Watching my parents be retired and go, like, they're snowbirds, so they go to Florida for the winter and
your
then
dad
come
comes
back here for the
so
summer.
tan. I want to just.
No, they live the absolute dream.
It's not fair.
My husband and
I'm
my
so
dad.
far away from that.
I know. We're so far from there.
So far.
We're not even close. My husband and my dad went to. So if you don't know this, the Free Jacks, the New England Free Jacks,
oh, baby.
they won the national championship of the Major League Rugby.
Quincy is the city of champions.
Yeah, we're on the map.
No big deal.
And Saturday morning, they're having a rolling rally with the duck boats.
They're really doing it.
Yeah, they're really doing it.
You are kidding me.
I swear to God.
Where is it? Is it just down
I think
Hancock
it's
Street?
I think it's down Hancock Street.
I need to look up some more information on this because this needs to be blasted on every single network.
And so my husband, they were like coming home from when they were in, I forget where they were, San Diego or something. And when they were coming home, they did like a welcome home rally in Kilroy Square. And my dad called my husband and was like, hey, do you want to go? So the two of them went up to Kilroy Square and saw them on the bus. They were like doing everything. They did it all. Wholesome. They went and had a drink at Kilroy's. My dad's posting pictures from Kilroy's being like, great place. Thumbs up emoji. I'm like, please be so astronomically
I know.
serious.
I think I've talked about it on this podcast before, but I got to say the Free Jacks games are some of the most fun times I've had.
It's honestly, it's a really good time.
An absolute blast. They always
Especially if you get a nice day.
They always have a band.
Yep.
There's always stuff going on. I don't know anything about rugby. I just watch the game and I'm like, all right, a bunch of guys beating the crap out of each other. I'll watch it. It's so entertaining. And they're so the players are just so fun. Someone was telling me they always go to the foul house afterwards and will like invite the other team to go with them. I'm like, it's just such a cool sport to me.
It is. It's
the whole
really
culture
cool.
is so fascinating. So
they're wicked nice. I was trying to get like fundraiser stuff for my school, and they were like, they donated tickets.
Awesome.
They were awesome. They're really great.
We love the Free Jacks.
So I'm very proud of them. Congrats to the Free Jacks on their big, huge dub.
Yeah, and bring it home to Veterans Memorial Stadium,
so
baby.
True.
Raise that trophy.
Light the lantern.
Light the lantern.
Light the lantern. So what's new with you? Anything to share?
I had the best weekend.
Did you?
I didn't have a sip of alcohol.
Nice.
It was so awesome. I don't remember what I did on Friday. Molinari's was closed.
What? Why?
Well, they take a break. They close from the 3rd to the 10th, which is
good. For
then everybody gets it off, which is so nice.
That's really nice.
They're the hardest working people in showbiz, and they really deserve it. They really
are
do.
The hardest working people in showbiz.
They feed me week after week.
If you don't know, Annie goes to Molinari's every Friday night.
I do. My dad and I were trying to figure out when we started going. And I think it was when I got home from college. So what year are we in? What year did I graduate? 2017. So at least 5 years we've been going. And we try to go every single Friday. We used to go wicked early when I was working at the radio because I would be exhausted by like 7 p.m. So literally my dad and I would be there at like 4:05, like knocking on the door, like, feed us.
Please let us in.
And now I have to make a reservation because we go at like 6 and we invite Rob sometimes. So, but it's just, I was explaining this to someone at lunch today, actually, because I was talking about how sometimes I'm a creature of habit, but I really try to kind of try different things because there's like a whole way that brings more happiness into your life, blah, 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 whatever. But I was saying how I'm such a creature of habit at Molinari's, and I say, it's the weirdest thing in the world, but when I go in there, like my whole body relaxes because it's so familiar and I'm just so comfortable in there that it feels like home. And someone was like, that is so beautiful. And I was like, isn't it?
And there's nothing like a good place like that. You know what I mean?
Nothing
Where
like
you just
it.
you just feel like it's like
It's
a place
the
for you.
best. So we would have gone on Friday, but we didn't. I can't remember what I ended up doing. But Saturday I taught at the gym, and then we went to the beach and just had like the best afternoon. And then Sunday, like deep cleaned my house.
That's nice.
Like dropped off all the Goodwill.
You're such a cleaner girl, though. You're cleaning.
It always makes me feel better.
Not me.
I know.
You would be so disappointed in me. I have 3 baskets of laundry that my husband folded, and every day he's like, "You gonna put the laundry away today,
Abby,
bud?"
you need to.
I started.
I will come over and I'll do it for you.
I started it today. I did. I put 1 basket away, and then I got tired and I couldn't keep going.
I know.
But I'm gonna finish it when I get home.
You're gonna
tonight.
do it.
I'm gonna put on Love Island and I'm gonna do it.
There you go.
I started watching Love Island UK from the start of this current season. No, it's been amazing, honestly.
Has it?
Like proper mugged off, yeah. And that's what I just want to keep. I'm like,
I know they're
pied me off, yeah. I'm like, yeah, so
their
true,
accents
girly.
are so true, bestie. Their accents are so cool.
It's so funny.
But we went to, I'm just going to talk about restaurants, I guess, this whole entire episode, but we went to 16C for dinner on Sunday.
So good.
I think it was one of the best meals I've ever had.
Yeah, it's really good.
I was starving because I went to the gym Sunday morning and then Rob and I played basketball. So I literally was like, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. First of all, not in basketball shape at all anymore. I don't know when I ever was, but that was crazy. I was legit gasping for air. But we got, they bring out bread and olive oil and all that good stuff. And then we got garlic wings and then we got the meatball pizza. You would have thought I've never seen food before. We both were like
shoveling it in. No, the food there is really
unbelievable.
Good. It's so good.
But it's so bad because I feel like when we go out to dinner, it's usually when we're both like starving. So we like don't speak for 20 minutes. And the waitress is probably like, are you guys okay?
Right? Yeah.
But it was just a great week, and it was like I really needed to just chill out after the 4th because the 4th was a little.
It's
crazy.
Always a long week.
I know
it is.
So it was good, and I feel like I've been productive this week. I have Friday off. I'm actually babysitting for a Quincy girl's wedding, so I'm very excited. Get to drive down the Cape for that.
Oh, that's nice.
So one more day at work, and then I'm smooth sailing, baby.
That's nice. That's a really good thing.
Yeah.
When you were saying that thing about being like a creature of habit, it reminded me of this. I always listen to Brooke and Connor make a podcast, and Connor was talking one day about this like theory that I think it was like a professor of his had or something about literally called switching it up.
Yeah.
And about how you can just alter your brain chemistry by doing something really small and different.
Yes.
And so he was like giving all these examples, whatever. And one day I said, you know what? I'm going to switch it up. I always park in the same spot every day. I go in the same door every day. And I said, you know what? It's a big place. I can go in a different door. And I did. I went in a different door. Had a lovely conversation with a coworker that I would never have seen otherwise.
They say even if you just take a different road home.
Yeah.
It's just because you're seeing new things and you're creating like new synapses in your brain. It's crazy.
And so now I do try to do it a little bit more often. Like I try to switch it up a little bit.
It's hard, but it really does make a difference.
Yeah,
and you like don't think about it. But
such a creature of habit too. Like as anxiety girls, I think we both are.
You must be.
Yeah, you have to be.
You must be.
So it's a little tough, but no, I agree. But yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into it. We have so much to talk about. So we were chatting a little bit before we started, but we're going to dive right into talking about Zayn has done his first public interview.
I can't believe it.
After, I believe it's 6 years.
Yeah, he said 6 years on the podcast.
Since his last interview, which is so, I honestly forgot what his voice sounded like.
I don't think I've ever heard his speaking voice, to be honest with you.
Even when he was in One Direction, he was always like the quiet, broody one. You know what I mean?
That's so funny. That's literally what he says in the interview. He's like, because Alex was like, what would you like describe yourself as? And he was like, it's all like a marketing scheme, which it is, of course. Like they label each Spice Girl, you label each NSYNC member, you whatever. And he was like, I always got labeled as the quiet, brooding one. But he was like, I honestly just like chill.
Yeah.
And it does come off that way. Like, oh, he's so mysterious and whatever. He just like chills.
He's just a quiet guy.
He just like doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like you're next to Harry, who's such
a big
larger than life and
everybody
loves him, and Niall, who just like welcomes everybody with a warm hug. And I think Zayn is just like, I'm just not like that, which is fine.
Yeah.
But
is he getting ready for a big comeback in music? Is that what
he's dropping a single, Love Like This, it's going to be called. And he's like, it's an upbeat song. They're calling it the song of the summer. So we'll see.
Oh, well.
I mean, he does make great music. Yeah. I wasn't a 1D girl. So
see, I was. So
I know.
So when Zayn left One Direction, I'll actually never forget.
Did you cry?
I actually don't think I did. I don't think I cried because I wasn't really a Zayn girl.
Yeah.
So I didn't really, I was like, whatever. Zayn's like.
If Harry left first, you would have been
I would have been shocked and devastated. But that's what, so Zayn said that in the interview. He was like, there was other people that wanted to leave first. And he ended up saying, he said, I wanted to be the first one to do it. He said there was contract battles going on and things like that. And he said, I just wanted to be the first.
Which I
admire, yeah.
I liked the way he talked about the band. He was like, I have such admiration for that time in my life now. Like, I look back on it with such a different lens. But when you're in it, like, he was like, we spent every single day together for 5 years. Of course you get sick of each other. And not to mention, they're selling out fucking Wembley Stadium, like, as 17 and 18-year-olds. Like, it's not normal to go through that.
No. And it's almost like, even with a sibling, like, right? You and I both know you get much closer, especially with like your sister, when you're not living under the same roof 100%. Anymore. I think it's probably the same for people, like for them, when they're going through all of these experiences together and forming all these bonds, and you're so close and you're always together. And then all of a sudden you get a little room and you get a little clarity.
And you have like paparazzi and media and everyone's reporting on your every single move. Like, that's just not natural. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Like, I just think of Justin Bieber and I'm like, thank God he's alive.
No, I know.
Because I don't know how he is, like, truly, to be honest with you. Because, like, you know, the Mileys, the Demis, the Selenas, they were so famous, but at least Miley had a famous dad.
Right.
And they all had better support systems. I feel like Justin was literally just like a Scooter Braun child and was like paraded around.
No, I know. That's why you need to watch the other two, because it's literally, it's like that, and it's so funny.
I know, I need to. But I really enjoyed Zayn. I enjoyed the way that he's definitely a private person, but I loved, he just sounds very grown up to me. Yeah. Obviously, you don't know who people really are, but he's like, you know, I have my daughter 50% of the time, and I just like to, like, he's like, I don't work when I have her. I like to go do things with her. We go, you know, go to the zoo, go to the park, they paint. And he says that she's already like so musically gifted, which is so cute. But I don't know, like, I can't imagine being in a band that big and then having a solo career and having everyone compare you to Harry, compare you to, like, I can't imagine.
No, it must be so hard. That's what I always think of, like, especially like Liam and Louis. I'm like, it must be kind of hard for them because nobody really, I mean, people care much more about Louis than they do about Liam. Because Liam kind of...
Yeah, but he like talks shit about the band.
That's what I'm saying. He kind of burned a lot of bridges, I think. Yeah. Was kind of the vibe. But now he's like trying to backtrack and say that they like talk all the time.
And I liked how honest Zayn was about saying, he's like, you know, there were like contract negotiations going on and everyone was just like, wasn't getting along. And he's like, yeah, I wanted to be the first one to put out a solo project. Right. Like, he just owned it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who do you think it was that wanted out first? Do you think it was Harry?
Like, probably, but I don't know. Harry doesn't seem like someone that,
I don't
like,
think so either.
I bet it was Niall.
Yeah, I bet it would have been Niall.
I don't know. I didn't know them.
See, I don't know, but then I think maybe it was Louis, because I think there was a point where they got so fed up with, and I could deep dive into One Direction forever, but they got so fed up with the narrative of Larry, right? Like, there was the Larry theory for a bazillion years, and if you don't know, like, there was a theory forever that Louis and Harry were together, blah, 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 blah. People, some real delusional Larrys still think that they're together to this day. And to that, I say, you need mental help. But the people that think that they were together back in the day, I actually don't deny it. I think they're probably, I mean, when you're that close and you're together that often for that long, and neither one of them has ever commented openly on their sexuality, like, I think there's no reason not to believe that maybe they had something, but I bet Louis was probably kind of just done with that.
Yeah. And I bet that there were probably people in Harry's ear as well being like,
you can do this on your own.
You're going to be a star.
Yeah.
You're the Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, and he was. I mean,
and
look
at him.
He
is.
But he did it the right way. He didn't try to go, and this is no offense to Zayn or any of the other guys, he didn't try to go for the easy single, let me get a single out here and, you know, become whatever. He put out like full-fledged Harry Styles one album, which didn't even chart that well.
No.
Statistically speaking.
And he just like continued to put in the work.
Yeah.
But I like that Zayn is like, I wish them well, but
Yes.
I don't like look at that stuff. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think that's
I think
healthy.
sometimes you have to do that for your own
Oh my
peace
God,
of mind.
absolutely. Imagine being JC Chazé looking at Justin Timberlake.
No.
I'd be like, I sing better than you, bitch.
Right.
Because he does.
No, I've been reading a bunch of books like about that recently. I don't know what,
Yeah.
but like books where, you know, one of the main characters was famous or whatever. And
Sure.
I've been reading a lot of books like that. And I love the vibes. I love the behind the scene vibes of it.
I was talking about Behind the Music at lunch today because that was my favorite show of all time. And I love that stuff. I understand other people like aren't interested in celebrity and how we put them all on pedestals. But I think even that show, because it shows that who they actually are.
Right.
Like, I don't give a shit what people are wearing and all that stuff. I want to know like your childhood.
Yeah.
And I want to know that Pink got thrown out of her high school and shit. Like, I love
No,
that
and that's
stuff.
why we liked Minka Kelly's book so much because
Oh
it
my
was
God.
like, it was so good.
I talked about her again today. I can't stop.
I can't stop. I literally can't stop.
It's Minka on the brain all the time.
Somebody said something the other day and I was like, that's just like in Minka Kelly's book. And they were like, okay, enough about Minka Kelly. I'm like, I can't stop.
I can't. It's the meme of Katie and Mean Girls.
Yes, she's like, I just couldn't stop.
I can hear people get sick of me, but I just couldn't stop.
Yes.
That's me. That's me.
No,
with
that's
Minka
me.
Kelly.
Us with Minka Kelly lately. It's
truly.
It's been
truly.
too much. But speaking of memoirs and speaking of people leaving bands and things like that, Britney Spears just announced that her book is coming out in October.
Did you see she already sold $15 million worth of copies?
And
she's the highest paid female author of all time.
Female single. I think it's of a single book.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Because someone tweeted at J.K. Rowling
I saw
and goes,
that.
you are nothing.
I saw that. I was dying at that. Did you see, before we get into the book, did you see the whole thing with Victor? What's his name, Justin?
Victor Wembanyama.
Oh my God.
Wait, so his security guard slapped Britney Spears, which like juice.
Okay, so this is what I will say. I think that the security guard was doing his job. I think that the security guard was like, I just wasn't looking. I
think he just thought it was a fan.
I don't think Victor Wembanyama knows who Britney Spears is.
No,
the kid is 12.
I was just going to say he's 7 years old.
He's literally 7. And so I think that the security guard just saw a hand try to reach for Victor, and he did his job.
Right.
Do I condone slapping Britney Spears?
No,
of course not. But did you see her fans were harassing him?
Really?
Because the Summer League games are in Vegas and all of her fans were following Victor Wembanyama being like, I can't believe you did that. Da, da, da. Leave the kid alone.
Leave Britney alone.
Leave Victor Wembanyama alone. All 7'4" of him. The man is gigantic.
Is that what he is, 7'4"?
He's 7'4", right, Justin? He
That's
is.
insane.
Abby, imagine you.
But is he good?
He's an unbelievable basketball
Really?
player. No, it's actually unfair. You can't be that big and that
Where is
good.
he? Who is he going to?
The Spurs?
Spurs, yep.
Yeah.
Are they good?
No, but
They used to be.
No, but now they will be.
Yeah.
But they have pop. So, but it just, I need everyone to just go outside and touch some grass.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. She's all right. The fucking statement. She's like, traumatic experiences are not new to me. And I don't discredit anything Britney's been through. She's been through enough. But this is not it, Britney. You're okay, girly. You're all right.
I feel worse for you about the whole Jamie Lynn thing than I do about all these years later than I do about you and Victor.
Like, it's okay.
Victor's security guard.
It's okay. It's okay. But I actually just saw, you know how people will like dissect every one of her videos and pictures and all that stuff?
I do worry about her.
I really worry about her. It was a selfie of her and her husband Sam, and he had sunglasses on.
I saw this.
And you can't see her reflection in the mirrored sunglass, and they're like, "Where is Britney?"
So people think he cropped her in.
Which, like, I don't know.
Something shady is definitely going on.
Something
there.
is afoot.
Yes,
something is afoot. I mean, Kennedy and I used to
Something-
talk about it all the time because she's the biggest Britney Spears fan, literally, of all time, and she was like, "You have to understand. They just drugged her so much that they stunted her growth. Like, I think in her brain, she's 19 years old.
totally.
And she's she's a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah.
I don't know how old she is, but it's so sad. And seeing her posts and stuff, I don't know. I want to make sure that
She's 41.
that she's okay. You
Yeah.
know?
No,
And
I
it's
do.
just-
I worry about her.
So do we think the memoir is similar to, like, someone must have wrote it for her,
Yeah, for
right?
sure. Well, I read on Dumois that there was like a lot of cease and desist letters sent. I guess the book went from like 350 pages to like 280. And people were saying that Justin Timberlake was one of the
But, like,
people who sent
he
to
fucked
C&D.
up.
Right, like you're a scram. We all know it.
And it's
Everybody knows you're the biggest loser in Hollywood.
like, look at the Crimea River music video.
No, I know. Wait, something I meant to ask you. This is totally off topic, but it just reminded me of that when I said that. Are you an Office girl? Do you like to watch The Office?
No.
Annie,
I've never watched it.
Are you serious?
Never.
See, you would actually, I actually think you would like it.
I feel like this is a sign of
You
me being
like a little mindless TV.
I know. I'm just so stubborn that if I miss the boat on something,
Yeah.
I'm not going back.
I understand.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And The Office is just so hyped up that
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. It's nice background TV. Like I like it.
But I enjoy all of those actors. Like
Yeah.
I love them all.
No, me too. But I just listened to the audiobook of Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey's book talking about
Oh, they
being
did
on
one
the,
together?
They did a book being like talking about being on The Office.
Okay.
And they had a ton of really great features. Like Jennifer Garner was in it. Like it was
Love.
And it was really good. And there was so much behind the scenes information. But the number one theme, when I said that Justin Timberlake was the most hated man in Hollywood, it reminded me that in this book, all they could talk about throughout the whole book was how Steve Carell, the running joke in Hollywood is that Steve Carell is the nicest man in Hollywood. That's what they say throughout everything, is that he is just the loveliest man.
And I believe that wholeheartedly.
Me too. Me too.
Like I think him, Will Ferrell. I used to think Tom Hanks, but Tom Hanks, something's afoot there as
Yes.
well. Something's
Something's
afoot.
afoot. Justin's nodding his head. What do you think, Justin? You think Tom Hanks is a scram? Is a scram?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of sketchy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
He's
don't know.
starting.
Yeah, it's freaking
Honestly,
me out.
I think it was him in the Elvis movie. Like I can't get that out of my
Yeah.
head. Him as
Yeah.
Colonel Tom Parker.
Can you
was,
believe that was last summer that it was like Elvis Mania?
I love that movie.
You know what?
So much.
I actually never saw it.
Abby, it is so good.
Really?
It is. Austin Butler is unbelievable.
I can't wait to see. Did you see the commercial for Priscilla?
No, who is
It's-
Priscilla? It should be Casey Musgraves.
I want to
Gosh,
say it's
can't
Kaya
act.
Gerber, but it's not. But it's
Imagine.
for some reason I'm thinking Kaya Gerber. It's not Kaya Gerber, but it is. Jacob Elordi plays Elvis, and I
That'd be
I love
beautiful,
Jacob
boy.
Elordi. He is
so stunning.
He really is something else.
It's insane.
No, I have to look it up. You talk about something
Wait, do you
else
know
for a minute.
who I used to be obsessed with was Noah that plays, what's his name?
Oh, in To All the Boys I Loved Before?
Yes, I used to be Noah Cavino or Cavino.
Hold
I can't
on.
remember his last name.
I'm Googling a million things.
Okay,
today.
but I was
Noah Centennial.
Centennial, thank you. I was obsessed with him.
Yeah, he's wicked cute.
And I feel like then he kind of fell off for me. He like grew a beard and I was like, no.
No.
But he was like a Jacob Elordi to me, but nothing could ever beat Jacob Elordi.
Kaylee Spaney, but I don't know
I have
her.
no idea who that
I've
is.
never heard of her, but she honestly looks fantastic. The trailer just came out. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely
Have you seen the
watch it.
trailer for Wonka?
Yeah.
So
So we
good.
always go to the movies. My school takes the kids to the movies the Friday before vacation.
Oh my God.
And I said we should totally go see that
No,
this
you
year
must.
because it looks really good.
Unbelievable. Timothy
But
Chalamet.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it was going to be kind of scary. I thought it was like spooky vibes, but it's not.
Did Tim Burton direct it?
I don't know.
Because Tim Burton just gives me, I just think
Yeah.
every movie's going to look like Coraline. And I'm like, please stop.
Tim,
Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter is maybe the most perfect pairing in all of Hollywood. Like they have to be one of the most elite couples.
Oh, it totally makes so much sense to me.
So much sense.
Let's see.
I just
No,
think
it
of
was
her as-
directed by Paul King, actually.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Me
but
neither.
good for him.
I only know, I love when men start to talk about directors and like, it's just something that I
Like,
really can't stand. And I like,
stop. Unless
I
it's
love,
Greta Gerwig.
No,
I don't want to talk
I don't want to talk
about
about it. You know that the guy that does the TikToks and it's like, yeah, here are things that you can say to piss off men.
My favorite.
Kyle Pruitt. I love him.
We stand Kyle Pruitt.
And he does this thing like if I were to say, like if Justin, who's your favorite director?
I don't know. I don't really have one. I'd say maybe I'll say Martin Scorsese.
So like even if they say somebody like really off the radar, you're supposed to say to them, if I had $1 for every guy who said Martin Scorsese, like, you know what I mean? So, and Kyle Pruitt's joke was, you know, if somebody says like Wong Kar-wai, it's like, if I had $1 for every guy who said like their favorite director was Wong Kar-wai.
Love him.
He makes me laugh so hard. They're so good. But sometimes I worry. I'm like, this is going to get a poor girl killed someday.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But he's so funny. I need to start writing them down.
My favorite one, and I've actually used this one a couple times, is when somebody starts to explain Bitcoin to me, I go, oh, so it's like Cole's cash.
That is the best one. That is
It's
by
so
far
good.
the best one.
He is so funny. Oh my God.
How did we start
I
this
have no
conversation? I
idea.
literally have no idea. Not a clue.
We
I
are
think we
being-
were talking about Britney Spears.
Oh yeah, we're being
So-
unhinged today.
Yeah, we sure are.
But I'm
Britney-
excited about the book.
Yeah,
I think
you can read it for me.
Yeah, I love a good
Give me-
celebrity memoir. If she doesn't narrate it though, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
It's like the least she could do.
It's the least she could do. I need to hear.
Respectfully.
I want to hear her actual voice.
Me too.
though.
Me
You know
too.
what I mean?
Like, what does
Like,
she sound like? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It makes me.
But and that's
sad.
what in Paris Hilton's memoir, she talked a lot about how like one of her defense mechanisms was always using this little tiny baby voice that everybody always expects of her
the dumb
now.
blonde voice.
Yeah. And she's like, it was just my defense mechanism. I always reverted back to that to try to be like, inverting into my shell.
100%.
And it was
Which is
really interesting.
Such a bummer.
I know.
I guess I will switch gears because I haven't stopped thinking about it
Good.
since it came out. It's really hard to be a Jonah Hill fan right now,
Oh my God.
Abby. It's so bad.
It's so insane.
It is
So
so bad.
for those of you who haven't seen it, you have to do a quick little Google search because we're not going to do it justice.
Right.
But basically, Jonah Hill is a huge manipulative piece of shit.
I just I've never seen a celebrity dupe so many people.
So true.
It just makes me so sad because Jonah, I feel like, is like the poster child for men's mental health. And
yeah.
if you didn't see the documentary Stutz that he did about his therapist, like just such an incredible story. Stutz
But
is,
now knowing that, it
I
makes
know.
you look at it with a different lens because
there's
you're
no
like,
way Stutz knew. There's no way.
No.
There's no, I cannot let myself believe that because that man has been a therapist. Jesus was a therapist at like Rikers Island.
Right.
Like the man has seen
Seen some shit.
everything. And I feel, everyone lies to their therapist a little bit. And I bet that Jonah was like, yeah, I'm creating boundaries with his then girlfriend. And Stutz was probably like, okay, great.
Yeah.
But probably didn't.
Yeah, didn't say
You
what
know
the
what I
boundaries
mean?
were.
Like,
I'm sure.
and-
Yeah, of course.
And
And it's like boundaries aren't something that you impose on another person. It's something that you impose on yourself.
exactly. And it makes me so mad as well. And I just saw one of my good friends actually came to your 4th of July party, my friend Andrea. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
She's a therapist and she was posting online and she's like, it's so bad how like therapy talk, like all over social media now, like therapists don't use like trauma bonding
No.
or like,
Wait, did you retweet this? I think I saw it somewhere. Somebody
yeah, like
or
it's
something.
just, it's such,
All these words that people use in therapy. I've been in therapy for what am I, 28? I've been in therapy for probably at least 10 years. Been with my current therapist for probably 7
Yeah.
years-ish. And never once have I used anything like that. The only words that I've used are like narcissistic and toxic, but only to describe like not me.
right. And it's just, I feel like people are one that aren't licensed therapists are like giving advice on TikTok. And I'm like, that's not fucking good. And people, it just like is discrediting the whole point of
Totally.
going to therapy.
And I think some people, what drives me, what I see all the time that I'm like, how does that work is people who are like, well, my therapist told me that I should tell you this. I'm like, my therapist has never once told me that I should tell somebody something. My therapist makes
No.
me do that work myself.
Yes.
Because that's what you do.
Unless
in
it's like
therapy.
you and I had an issue and
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about it.
Yes.
She would say, okay, well, why don't you
start
approach
with,
it that way? But
totally. She's never like given me anything to
You-
do that way. She gives
No.
me like tools to help myself.
seeing, it's just so crazy because Sarah is her name, right? Sarah Bradley is Jonah's ex.
I believe so.
ex's name?
I think it's Sarah Brady.
Brady. Okay. And just seeing, she shared all of their old text messages of just him being so emotionally abusive.
So emotionally abusive.
It's unbelievable. And the way men were responding on social media
know.
was just
So
so
bad.
disgusting and
I
so
know.
telling. But it just is, it's so fascinating to me how people can actually convince themselves that they're correct, right? So Jonah knew when he started dating her that she's a model, she's a surfer, she's in a bikini a lot. She has brand deals with like Billabong and all these surfer
Yeah.
companies. That's what her lifestyle is. Awesome. Good for her. And him being like, well, I don't think you should post those photos. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. Like if we want to remain in this relationship,
yeah.
it's so
gross.
manipulative.
And then him capitalizing off of it with, did you see he came out with like merch?
Yeah, but I wonder if that merch was already selling.
No, but it's like merch that had to do with the text messages.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
something that he
no.
said in one of the texts. Like he came out like a hat about it. It was
no.
really yucky.
So bad. Well, then one of my friends shared, there's a video of Seth Rogen And
I saw this.
it's Seth Rogen and someone else, and they say, who's the most difficult man to work with in Hollywood? And they literally say like 1, 2, and on 2, he says Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there must be something there.
There's got to be something there. And they all stopped. They haven't worked together in a while either with Jonah Hill since I think This Is the End or one of those like that. And then there was another interview also with Jonah Hill, and they were like, somebody asked Jonah Hill something, and with Seth Rogen, and Seth Rogen said the same thing, and like they were like, care to elaborate, and he was like, nope. No, I don't.
It's such a bummer because I felt like watching Stutz and being a Jonah fan. I've been a Jonah fan since Superbad, and I feel like he is just such a wildly insecure person. But I feel like during the documentary, he really went through that. He's like, I'm just always going to feel like that chubby kid that got bullied, and like that breaks my heart for him. But it seemed to me like he did the work. You know, when you get into a relationship, everyone has their own baggage, but you're responsible for taking care of that baggage, not putting it on someone else. No. And he just like ignored everything that Stutz told him. Yeah. And was like, yeah, well, I'm going to make this your problem. I'm going to make my insecurity your problem now. You can't surf if there's men around. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, you're insane for that.
Insane.
It really is.
Sorry, men, you must leave the ocean so she can catch a wave.
Like I can't.
It really is it's like sad.
No, I know.
It really bums me out.
And when I saw the thing with Seth Rogen, that's when I knew that something was afoot.
Something was afoot.
Because like Seth Rogen is such a good guy.
Oh my God, a gem.
I read Seth Rogen's book actually on audiobook.
Love.
It is one of the funniest books I've ever.
Does he read it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have
and
to
it's
get it.
in his voice. When I was on my honeymoon, I listened to it. I'm sorry, this became a book podcast all of a sudden.
Book and food.
Yeah, right. Book and food podcast. And he narrates it himself, but he tells this story, and I think about it every time I hear the song. You know the song, and it's like, say Monet, Monet.
Yes.
So he tells this story in his audiobook about how growing up, I think he grew up in Canada, and how growing up, when he would go to bat mitzvahs or bar mitzvahs or either one, they would play that song. And somehow, and they would always play it at every bar mitzvah. And somehow it became a thing that all the kids, when it says, bam, 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 so they would sing, hey, motherfucker, get fucked, get laid. And they would do it every time. So all the
Are you like 13 when you have a bar mitzvah?
So say Monet, Monet, hey, motherfucker, get fucked, get laid. They would say it every time.
Oh.
So all the bat mitzvah bands had to finally be like, guys, if you do that, we're not going to sing this song anymore. It was, I'm not even kidding you when I tell you.
That.
I was sitting on the beach on my honeymoon. I had tears rolling down my face from laughing so hard. And now every time I hear that song, all I think of, and I sing it in the car, and I just go, hey, mother. And it's literally, oh my God, I don't know why. That just made me think of that. But
Seth Rogen just feels like a guy that you would run into at like assembly or something. And he was like,
what's
hey,
up?
What's up?
Yeah.
And he would like sit down with you and like probably be smoking a jibba inside, even when he's not allowed.
He's absolutely chilling.
I adore him, and I trust him.
Me too. And so if he says Jonah Hill's a difficult man to work with, then I believe him.
Honestly, I had to put down my phone because I was reading so much about it. Yeah. It was making me sick to my stomach.
Me too.
Because I'm like, damn, she would. The fact that she was abused for that long and then had to watch the documentary come out and people love Jonah. Like, I can't imagine anything worse.
And you might not remember this, so it's about the Jonah Hill thing, but there years ago, back when Annie and I used to be fans of this podcast called The Morning Toast.
Yes.
And back in the day, there was this girl, and her name was Ruthie. Do you remember this?
No.
And she posted back when there was this big main Morning Toast Facebook page. And she posted in the main group that she had matched with Jonah Hill on something. And she was like, posted in there very innocently. Her name was Ruthie. And she was like, what should I'm going on a date with Jonah Hill tonight. Like, what should I wear? I'm really excited. Was like being genuine and really sweet. And she was like, we matched, we've been talking, whatever. And somebody screenshotted it and sent it to Jonah Hill, and he ended up like ghosting her. He canceled the date, whatever. And so there was like a big running joke in the Morning Toast podcast group, and it was like justice for Ruthie. So when this all came out, I'm still in some of the groups, and people were like, opposite of justice for Ruthie, like the justice has finally been served.
Thank God.
He's actually a piece of shit.
I hope Ruthie's somewhere smiling real big
right now.
Real big.
Real big. I'm happy for her.
It's just such a bummer.
It really
like,
is.
I know that it's silly to like love celebrities and trust them and whatever, but like you consume so much of their content, you feel like you know these people.
Yeah,
and I know that you don't, but like it's just such a bummer that people can be like that good at lying.
No, I know. It is.
You know?
It's crazy.
I'm like, how are you two people? Like, trust me, I've done horrible things. I've lied. I've done bad things, but I'm not two different people.
No.
You know, like to be able to, he like can go to sleep at night and sleep peacefully is crazy to me.
No, I know. I think that's the craziest part.
It's just fucked up.
It is. It's really bad. And now he has a kid. His new girlfriend has had a kid with him or something, I think.
He's a child? No.
I thought so. Hold
no.
on.
I didn't think he was dating anyone. There's no way he has a kid.
This was in June 2023. Jonah Hill and girlfriend Olivia Miller step out after welcoming their first baby.
What?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, Jonah, why don't we figure some shit out before we
not
pass that?
I was just gonna say sins of the fathers. How about that?
Ugh,
gross.
Disgusts me. You want to talk Emmys?
Yeah, let's talk about the Emmys. So the Emmy noms came out today, and they're really, I mean, they're exactly what we thought, but they're really good.
I can't pick. I don't want to pick anyone in any category. I'm sad.
I'm just gonna go through like our best choices. So for best drama series, the only ones we care about, like Better Call Saul, The Crown, House of the Dragon, Last of Us. Did you watch that?
No, but
me neither. It's too scary. Justin, did you watch it?
I watched a couple episodes. It was okay. I never finished it, but
yeah,
I love Pedro Pascal so much, but that show is just not my vibe.
Me neither. Succession, obviously, White Lotus, obviously, and Yellow Jackets. Did you watch that?
No,
me neither. I couldn't get into it,
but everyone is like, "You'd love it." I'm like, "Would I?"
I don't know about that.
But like, see, like that category is hard because House of the Dragon is superb television. But House of the Dragon, like you knew was gonna be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll say it time and time again. I think having a show like Succession with so much dialogue, you have to have the best acting.
Right.
Like, you know, House of the Dragon does have a ton of dialogue and the acting is amazing, but like the cinematography and the special effects.
I mean, Succession, did you see the thing? There was like a video that came out and it was the most common phrases said in Succession. And it was the list of top 5 and it was, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
100%.
Those are like the most common things said over the course of Succession, which is like, I mean, it's true. It is so much dialogue, but it has to be so well done.
100%.
To be able to say, yeah, I know. I mean, fuck. In a million different ways is hard, but they make it work so well.
And just like, I'll never think of Brian Cox as anyone other than Logan Roy.
Yeah, I know.
And sends a shiver down my spine.
So Brian Cox, Kieran Culkin, and Jeremy Strong all nominated for Best Actor in a Drama Series.
I know. Who else is nominated?
Jeff Bridges for The Old Man, Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, and Pedro Pascal for The Last of Us.
I do love Pedro.
Me too. And then Best Actress, I don't know half of these people. Elizabeth Moss for The Handmaid's Tale, but she's a Scientologist, so that stresses me out.
It really, really bums me out because she seems like a cool person.
I know.
And why do you have to be like, she's like a real Scientologist. Like, like from the jump.
Totally.
No.
Yeah, it stresses me out.
I can't get behind it.
No. Sarah Snook for The Last of Us, Bella Ramsey for The Last of Us, Sarah Snook for Succession. And then Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. This category is crazy. It's going to be really hard. So F. Murray Abraham for The White Lotus. He's the old guy.
Yep.
Nicholas Braun for Succession. Michael Imperioli for The White Lotus.
Sure.
Theo James for The White Lotus. Matthew McFadden for Succession. Alan Ruck for Succession. Will Sharp for The White Lotus. And Alexander Skarsgård for Succession.
It has to be Matthew McFadden.
It has to be. I totally agree with you.
I mean, Alan Ruck doesn't get enough credit about how good he is in that show. But like Matthew McFadden is
the only competition that I do genuinely believe he has here is either Theo James or Will Sharp in The White Lotus.
Will Sharp is so good.
Will Sharp was like bone chilling this season.
100%.
Like in a very weird way.
Yes.
Really weird.
Theo James, another just likable man.
Yes.
And very quiet.
Totally.
He's like, I watched him in Brett Goldstein's Actors on Actors.
Yeah. What is that on?
I watched on YouTube.
Okay, I'll have to watch it.
It was so good.
All right, Best Supporting Actress in a Drama Series, Jennifer Coolidge for The White Lotus, obviously. This lady for The Crown.
She wasn't in this season, though.
Yeah, she was.
She was. Oh, she.
Yeah. Yep, at the end of it.
Okay, thank you.
Megan Fahey for The White Lotus. Sabrina Impacciatore for The White Lotus, Aubrey Plaza for The White Lotus, Rhea Seehorn for Better Call Saul, J. Smith Cameron for Succession, and Simona Tabasco for The White Lotus.
See, like that's all good.
Yeah, I know it is.
J.
really
Smith
good.
Cameron also
Love J. Smith Cameron.
doesn't get enough credit for Succession.
No, she doesn't. I hope she wins
think
that.
I bet Aubrey
I bet Aubrey
Plaza
Plaza will win.
because she was so good.
Or maybe Jennifer Coolidge. I don't know. Like everybody
People love
she,
Jennifer Coolidge.
She did, and this season was her iconic line of "These gays,
They're trying to murder me.
That was
I love her so much.
Best comedy series: Abbott Elementary, Barry, The Bear, Jury Duty, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Only Murders, Ted Lasso, and Wednesday.
And I was saying this to Abby before. I love The Bear.
Love it so much.
So much, but it's not a comedy.
How far are you into the season, by the way?
I'm only like 3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
I
You have
know,
to keep
I
watching.
know.
Once you get to the Christmas episode, you have to text me.
I started the Christmas episode, but I
had to stop because it was giving me anxiety.
I had to stop. And because I was getting
and it's a wicked
legitimate
long
highs.
episode. I had to stop halfway through. Oh, I think we talked about this for like half a second last
Yes.
week. Yeah.
The cameos are
They're
unbelievable.
so good.
So unbelievable.
Jamie Lee Curtis plays such a believable Italian woman.
It's unbelievable.
I can't believe it.
John Mulaney just popping out of
No,
nowhere.
I know. He's so good.
What's up?
Wait till you finish the episode. Towards the end of the
Did you
episode,
watch Baby
he's so
J
good.
yet?
No, I'm gonna
text you every day
Okay.
until you watch it.
Okay. This is a hard category because I do think The Bear was really good, but it's not a comedy.
No,
Honestly, like low key, I'm kind of rooting for Jury Duty.
I didn't watch Jury Duty.
What?
I know. So
Annie!
I know. So we started it, and Rob was like, "I cannot watch this." Like,
No, it gets better. It gets better.
No, he just gets like he can't handle that the guy doesn't know.
I felt the same way. I was like feeling so guilty. I was like, this poor guy, this is totally going to fuck up his whole life.
I know.
And he did talk about it after. He was like, for a couple weeks after, I was like,
Paranoid.
I was super paranoid, which made
I
me
know.
sad, but he's doing really well now.
Well, and I know that James Marsden and him are like besties still, which
they're
is
tight.
so sweet.
Yeah, it's
Rob
really
just
cute.
can't handle. It's like secondhand embarrassment
Yeah.
for him, and
Yes.
he just
No.
won't watch it.
No.
He's like, it makes me feel gross.
It
I
is
can't
really
do it.
funny. Did you watch it, Justin?
I did watch
It's
it.
so funny.
I thought it was good.
The episode,
James Marsden was so funny.
he was
It's-
so funny.
I watched the
He's
first
so
2
good.
episodes, and
He just
is
kept constantly being like, well, I'm James Marsden. Like,
No,
nobody
I was
cares.
dying when he's like trying to get out of it, and he's telling the judge, he's like, "Yeah, I know, I have like, I gotta go read for a movie."
And he just seems like such a douche. Like, but
I
in reality, like
know.
he's actually so
The
nice.
nicest man.
It's so funny. Oh my god! But I actually do think it has a chance because people
loved
people
that
loved it
show.
and people were talking about it so heavily for so long. But I obviously think it'll be Abbott Elementary. That's my
Abbott
personal.
Elementary is probably one of the best sitcoms in the last 10 years.
Since Modern Family ended. This is the only thing that's competed,
Yes,
and I
couldn't agree more.
Quinta is nominated for Best Actress in a Comedy for Abbott Elementary. Everybody else, I don't really. I mean, they're fine. Christine Applegate, Rachel Brosnahan, Natasha Lyonne, and Jenna Ortega. I think Jenna Ortega. I think that's ridiculous. but
Did you
that's
watch
just-
Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne?
No.
Unbelievable.
Is it?
Natasha Lyonne's story is crazy
Yeah,
too.
she's a good-
she was
yeah,
living
I
on
was-
Skid Row. I'm
yeah.
like, what?
I know.
What? Because I only knew her from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Poker Face is so good, and every episode is different, has
Yeah.
a different cast. So
Yeah.
which I really enjoy, and
like
she's
it.
just such a great actress.
Yeah. I do like her.
I love her voice. I want
I
to listen to her
know.
read
Oh
the
my
phone
God.
book.
All right. Best Actor in a Comedy Series. Bill Hader for Barry. Do you watch Barry?
Yes, and he needs to win.
Oh, yeah. You just talked about this.
He
yeah.
writes, directs, and stars in
Yeah,
the show.
he should.
The man is a genius.
Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building. Jason Segel for Shrinking, which that's on my list. I haven't watched it yet, but
I didn't like it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No,
I just canceled my Apple TV subscription because
you can use mine.
all I watched was Ted Lasso.
You can use mine.
And now I'm like, I don't need it. But
I know, but Apple TV puts out like Severance, one of the best shows.
really, I've never watched it.
Oh, fuck, it's so good.
Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso, and then Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. Again, not a comedy, but okay.
I don't
best-
understand why they put it in
No, me too. I think they just knew that they didn't have a chance
in the drama series.
Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, Anthony Carrigan for Barry, Phil Dunster for Ted Lasso, Brett Goldstein for Ted Lasso, James Marsden for Jury Duty, Ivan Moss-Bachrach for The Bear, Tyler James Williams for Abbott Elementary, and Henry Winkler for Barry.
Like everybody's good.
I know, they're all
Everybody's good.
I really wanted to go to Phil Dunster, though. He
I
hasn't
know.
gotten his flowers that he deserves.
I know, and he does.
I really want him to win.
And this was the last season was really a Jamie Tart season,
Yeah, it was.
and we love Jamie Tart.
Jamie Tart.
Jamie fucking Tart.
Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. None of these matter to me.
When-
Ayo Edebiri for The Bear. Janelle James for Abbott Elementary, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Juno Temple, Hannah Waddingham.
Love Juno. See, but the good thing about Lasso is they're all so close that if Hannah wins,
I know, it doesn't matter. They are all, yeah. And then for limited or anthology series, my choice is obviously Daisy Jones and the Six. It was so good.
So good.
I still listen to the songs.
I want Riley Keough to win.
She got nominated for Best Actress in a limited series.
And Camilla Maroney got nominated as well.
Oh, yeah, for Best Supporting Actress.
Supporting, yeah.
Oh, I love her.
She
is like, it makes like no sense to me that stupid idiot, what's his face, Leonardo DiCaprio dumped her because she turned 25.
Oh my God. I never put that. I feel
That's
like you
her,
said
yeah,
that to
Camilla
me and I
Maroney.
was like, there's no way.
Yeah. And now.
Yeah, but she's too good for him.
Now she's incredible. And also it's starting to make a lot of sense that Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill are besties.
I know.
It's starting to track a little bit.
It grosses me out.
Best Writing, Barry's nominated for that. Oh, The Bear is nominated for that. Well, everything good is nominated. Oh, the other two. Oh my God. You have to watch it, Annie. You would love it.
I know. I feel like.
Because it's just like easily digestible. You can like look at your phone a little bit while you're watching and not really miss anything.
I feel like this was some of the best television that we'll see for a long time, and especially with the writer's strike now, we're not going to get.
Oh my God, we're going to get bad TV for the rest.
Euphoria
of
is never coming back.
Never.
I need everyone to understand that, because by the time they can get back in a writer's room and start doing this next season, Zendaya's a movie star.
Yep,
like she's
she
too
doesn't
fucking
care
busy.
Anymore.
Oh well, we can talk about Renee leaving Sex Life of College Girls.
Okay, I can't even talk about it. I'm literally so upset. People are saying that she hired like Hollywood's top attorney to get out of her contract.
I'm really surprised, and I understand she's going to start filming Mean Girls the movie, and that's going to take a ton of time, and she's coming out with an album, and she's going to go on tour. Yeah, I get all of that. But it just feels weird to me.
Yeah.
Because I think she's going to be wicked successful.
Oh, totally. She doesn't need this show, but it's like, finish what you started.
But like someone compared her to Olivia Rodrigo when she left High School Musical, the series. And it's like, but she left when the album went platinum.
Right.
Like she already knew.
Yeah.
And that show was wrapping up anyways.
Right.
You know what I mean? Her storyline was coming to an end.
I just think she could have finished out this season. You know what I mean? Without having to go into all of the.
And it just feels weird because I hate the saying like, don't bite the hand that feeds you. But it's like, Mindy gave you
everything.
Yeah. And I feel like her and Mindy must be close, and I'm sure they had a conversation about it, but
people say Mindy's really difficult to work with.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
The Ozempic is Ozempicing.
I know. Oh my God. She's like Ozempic girly queen.
She sure is.
Yeah.
I don't believe she's difficult to work with. I don't want to believe that.
I know. It's hard to, it's a tough pill to swallow.
Because sometimes I think like, you know, who's like J-Lo is difficult to work with, but
J-Lo is J-Lo.
And J-Lo gets shit done.
Right.
You know, people say that about Beyonce too. Beyonce runs a tight ship.
Right.
But like, look at her.
You have to. When you're Beyonce, you must run a tight ship.
Yeah. She had them practicing around the clock for Beychella, and look how perfect it was.
Yeah, of course.
Like, that's what
I mean. Nothing will ever compare to that.
No. The only person that I believe would be difficult to work with, and I would never want to, it was Madonna.
Yeah.
I would never.
I believe that. She was just sick. Did you see that?
I know. I feel kind of bad. I wish her well.
I think she's okay now. But.
Yeah. It was on the national news, actually. I watched the national news with my dad with David Muir.
Of course.
They brought up Madonna. I was like, why are we bringing this up?
Madonna. Like, are there bigger issues going on in the world right now? But yeah, no, Renee Rapp. I am bummed about her leaving College Girls. I obviously don't think it'll be as good without her.
Do you know what's her name is Timothée Chalamet's sister?
Yeah, because they both look like Victorian children.
I had no idea.
Pauline. What's her name in the show? I forget. Justin, do you watch it?
No.
Oh, you should watch it. You would like it.
You would really like it.
It's actually really funny.
Is that the one on HBO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sex Lives of College Girls. It's wicked.
Really
It's
good.
like laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But in like a raunchier way.
I need to look up the characters' names because I haven't watched it in so long.
But it is. It's really, really funny. And Renee Rapp she's amazing and incredible, and I love her.
And I just feel like those shows don't.
No, I saw a tweet and it was like, nobody wants to get their asses up and work on a fucking sitcom anymore. Like nobody wants to do a 10-season sitcom anymore. And for what? For what? Like the Abbott Elementary's doing it. Look at them. They're extraordinarily successful. You could be doing it too.
Kimberly. Her name's Kimberly.
Oh, Kimberly, yeah.
Bella's my favorite.
Me too.
Obviously.
Bella's amazing. She's so funny.
Iconic.
Yeah, she is.
She's iconic.
Justin, that's your homework. Mine is to watch Baby J. Yours is to go home and to watch The Sex Lives of College Girls. And Annie's is to watch the other two. That's everybody's
and the
homework.
Bear. I have to watch a lot of television.
It's okay.
It's okay. We're gonna get it done.
Yeah, we'll get through it. We'll get through it
Baby J got nominated for an Emmy because, of course, it did.
Did it?
I just can't wait till you watch it. And you're like, okay, get it. Justin, have you seen Baby J?
No, I've seen like clips on TikTok, but I've never like watched the full
It is.
I've seen a couple of, I've seen all of his other
Unbelievable.
specials and I love them so much.
See, like we went back and
if
watched.
he comes to town, we should go see him.
I totally agree. He filmed this one at
I
Symphony
know.
Hall, which is unbelievable. I went back and watched one of his old stand-ups and it's funny, but this one blows it out of the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
I'm hyping it up so much that I'm scared you're not going to
No,
like
I'm not.
it. but
I'm not giving too much into the hype. Like I'm going in level-headed.
It's unbelievable.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight while I'm putting away my laundry.
When I was cracking up because everybody was, obviously there was probably some overlap with his ex-wife and Olivia Munn and got that Olivia Munn pregnant very quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we all understand. But someone was saying like, why does everyone try to cancel John Mulaney when he's just being a present father? Because
Right.
it will literally be
No,
like
literally.
him playing with this kid and they're like,
And they're
down with Mulaney.
that fucking asshole. But no, his ex-wife was like lovely. I loved her.
know.
And he like always spoke, that's what made me sad is like he always spoke so highly
He was
of her.
also a raging drug
yeah,
addict.
of course.
So like she
obviously it
I'm
was
sure
never going to be
she's-
perfect.
She's doing much better now.
yeah, I'm sure she's better off without him, respectfully.
Yeah, I'm sad that if she wanted children and they didn't have children together, I'm sad for her. But you know what? It was not meant to be.
It was
for
not
the two
meant
of
to
them.
be. No. And she deserves better than that.
She sure does. Oh my god, I can't wait for you to watch it.
I know, I'm
so
excited.
It's so good.
All right, well, anything else to add before we pop on off?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like this was something was afoot tonight.
Something was afoot.
Oh my God.
Do you feel yourself? Last thing I'll say. Do you feel yourself starting to turn into your parents?
All the time.
It's happening at a rapid speed.
Every day of my life.
Like
yeah.
Rob always makes fun of me because I'll get up and be like, okay, all right. Like always before a task I have to
Yeah.
do. And since we moved back in with my parents, I'll hear my mom go, okay, all right. And I'm like, oh my God.
And you're like, oh no, I just
it's
did that.
happening.
No, it's me all the time.
So if you're young, you stay young.
Cherish
as
it.
long as you can.
No, literally. That's the message for today is just stay young, stay wild, stay free.
And something is afoot.
And something's afoot.
We don't know what.
We don't know what, but something's
something is.
afoot. All right, everybody. Well, we'll be back next week, maybe with a guest, maybe not. We'll have to see.
Yes.
But we'll be back. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow, check out our reels. I've been popping off with the reels. I got a couple funny
Hell
ones.
yeah.
Got a couple funny ones in the queue. Follow us at Just Abby to Be Here, at Annie_Dow, at Talk of the Townies, at Hedge Better. Is it just Hedge Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still feel like I forget that every time. At Hedge Better, thanks to the Hedge Quarters for having us, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
She stays online shopping. She likes trousers, pantsuits, things to cover her legs. You know what I'm saying? And I said, listen, girl, you gotta stop all that. My shorty wear jeans, that's dungarees, say denim, say denim. She wear jeans, that's dungarees, I say denim, that's denim. She walk into that Target, them hips make me lethargic. Got a dump truck, let's park it. And them jeans, girl, they the hardest, that's jeans. She wear dungarees, she say denim, denim. She wear jeans, that's dungarees, she say denim. Listen, she in Old Navy, ass wavy, shit making me go crazy. Say, hey girl, come flirt with me. That ass make me get surgery. She wear jeans, that's dungarees, she wear denim.